Morning, everyone. It's April the 3rd, and we're going to do another little gardening update. We try to do one once a month. These are our carrots. We made a video a week or so ago on these carrot seeds we got from Hoss Tools, and they're sprouting up. Here's some cantaloupe seedlings. We got some cantaloupe seeds at our local Lowe's. And I think this is, I can't remember the name. I'll do a video when I transplant these into a container and dig out the seed pack. But they're sprouting up. Here's our giant Marconis. We've got 5 of those that made it. And some more marigold seeds going. And here's these strawberry plants. These are Charlotte variety. We brought these from Indiana with us, and you can just see these guys. We've been picking strawberries all week, and they're really putting them on now. Every plant has got strawberries on it. Let's see if I can get you around here. You can see down in there. And then we've got one here that's already sending out its runners. So I'll plant that in a cup off to the side of this plant. When that runner gets down close to the ground, I'll stick it in a cup like that with some potting mix, and I'll leave that runner attached to the mother plant, and then when I see the roots coming out of the bottom of the cup, I'll cut it loose and we'll have a new strawberry plant. Don't have to buy them. So let me show you some more of these. Like I say, they're just kind of loaded, and I think I'm going to have to transplant these strawberries and get them into larger containers, or get in here and clean them out a little bit. You see how nice these guys are. And our marigolds, I had to transplant them because they just weren't doing well in that mucky garden soil. But ever since I put them in Miracle Grow potting mix, they're starting to come around. Beautiful little flowers on them. Tiny little plants, but beautiful flowers. And this row was where we had our Sarpomira seed potatoes. And I planted them in some garden mix that I got here from a local landscaping company. And it was just, we got so much rain after that. And I moved them in and out of the thing, the carport there, for about 2 weeks. And I just simply got tired of moving them. I left them out here and they all rotted. Well, when I dumped out the potatoes, we had maybe some half-rotten potatoes. I just cut the half-rotten part off, let it sit for a day, scab over. I actually dunked the potato in some wood ash, and then the next day I stuck them right back in these pots with some more potting mix and some more perlite, a little bit of perlite in the bottom, so it wouldn't rot, because other containers, it was just muck in the bottom. And I added some more peat moss to the soil. And you can see these things, these Sarpos are starting to come back. Now, I don't expect too much out of these guys after they went through so much damage, but they are coming back. And what I did different this time is I only planted the plants, you can see down in there, about halfway up. Well, I only filled the containers with about half of the soil. So as these grow up, Lord willing, they continue to make it, we will pot them up, put more soil right around it, and we will continue to do that until they reach the top of the container. Here's 2 Sarpomiras that these were the 2 best ones, so I stuck both of them in this little container. These are probably 12-gallon containers. That's a 15-gallon, a 15-gallon, and a 15-gallon. That's a little smaller. But you can see they're starting to come out of it. Then I went and got some red La Rosa from the co-op feed and seed in these 2 15-gallon containers. I just made a video last week on planting those guys. It's a seed potato that they grow down here. They're a purple potato, purple skin and white flesh. So we're going to try these, and as these come up, Lord willing they do come up, we're going to go ahead and just add more soil as they grow instead of filling the pots in. And here's our, let's see, this is our brandy wine. And I've just got it into these small containers because I've got to get some more bigger containers for these other two plants. And you can see all the flowers on these guys. This plant's probably, heck, I don't know, it's probably getting on there 13, 14 inches tall. And then this guy, it's in about a 12-gallon container, and it's doing the same. This is our halcinator. And they're flowering. We've actually over here in these big containers. Now these are 25-gallon containers, and we went ahead and planted the best ones. So we've got 2 black brandy wines here and 2 halcinators down there. Went ahead and got the cage on them. And this is just planted in Miracle Grow potting mix. So we went to the store and we went ahead and changed out all that soil that was in there. You can see they're doing pretty nice. They've got blooms all over these guys. And then here's another one. And then here's our halcinators. They're really starting to do well. And then here's our last halcinator. So when those get a little bigger, I'm going to go ahead and get them transplanted into 2 more of these. Back here is some cabbages. Now these cabbage plants were doing well until the sun comes out and stays on them all day, and then they shrivel up. So I had to move them this morning, and now they're coming back out of their they're straightening the leaves back up. They do not like full sun, but that's strange because back home I could plant these guys in full sun and no issues. And I actually started the seeds in cups and left them sitting right there, and that's how they sprouted, in full sun. So that's awful strange, but we'll work with them, and if they make it, they make it. If they don't, they don't. That's okay. We're learning this year. This is a learning curve this year. Over here, early in the season, I started some beet seeds, and we had I actually dug up a bunch of ugly looking grass that the previous homeowner had planted here, and I just stuck my beet seedlings in there, and they're starting to take off and do a little something. And then bear with me, I've got to get my mower out and get the yard mowed and weed eated. And here's some extra lettuce seedlings. This is romaine lettuce, so I went ahead and planted them there under this little butterfly bush. We'll see if they make it, and if they don't, that's okay too. It's all a learning experience this year, or learning curve rather. And then down here, are our DP sweet onions, and they're starting to grow, but we got a little tip dieback. I'm not sure what that is, but I did use the same soil, that mucky soil that I had the Sarpomira potatoes in. Actually, once I dumped the potatoes out and seen that they were rotting, I just used this soil and put in this bed to see if it would grow these DP sweet onions. And it'll be the first year, and if they don't do well in this soil, well, then next year I'll dig all this soil out and we'll just plant it full of potting mix, and we'll see how that goes. Our peach trees, they're doing beautiful. We've got a few peaches on this guy, and a few peaches on this guy. These were the later 2 plants that came out and bloomed. And here's our blueberry bush. It's starting to take off now. Let's see if we can get you. You can see the little flowers and the little blueberries forming. And then we've got I'm assuming this is a plum tree, because it's the exact looking kind of tree that's over there. And the previous homeowner's brother told us that was a plum tree. We've got looks like a peach tree, and this is out of all of them, just isn't doing well. So if this guy doesn't do something here soon, I think I'm going to take this guy and dig it up and try to move it, if it will even make it. And if it don't make it, then that's okay too. We've got plenty of other peach trees here. And then put me a blueberry bush back here for us. Here's another little peach tree. This is the smallest one of all, and it's kind of ratty looking down here at the bottom. It's broken off, and looks like at one time it had went through some wind damage because the stalk is split. We really didn't even think this guy was going to make it. But we got some peaches on there. And then we've got our big peach tree right here, and it's the same. It looks like it's went through some storm damage and broken off at the base, but it's still surviving. And we've got peaches on this guy. And let me see if I can get there's a nice one. Sorry to put the sun in your eyes. I can't get it to focus. I don't think the sun's right in my eyes, so I can't. So there we go. Maybe that's a better shot. So it's got quite a few peaches on it, all up through there. Some of these smaller ones looks like they're aborting the peaches. Maybe for the energy to go in these bigger ones. I'm not sure. We've never owned peach trees, so this is our first year growing peaches or peach trees. And you can see we got some pretty nice ones on there. And then this guy right here, it's a beautiful tree. He said it was a plum tree. It had a lot of flowers on it, but I'm not seeing any plums on it. So I don't know what the deal is with this guy, but it's beautiful just to watch it grow. So there's our garden update for May, or April rather. Sorry, jumped the gun there. So we're going to keep this stuff a-going best we can. See what does well as the summer gets really hot here. We may have to move everything over to the other side of the awnings over there. Walk around there and show you. There are a couple of apple trees over here, but they look pretty bad. But we are getting some blooms on them. And we thought maybe down through here on the side of our carport, we can put a little rectangle garden in down there. Here's our little Charlie Brown apple trees. Instead of a Charlie Brown Christmas trees, these things look pitiful, and I was going to yank them out of the ground, but then I started seeing flowers come out on them and leaves. So we'll let them go this year and see what happens. If they don't give us any apples, well, they're not going to make it. They'll be firewood. But they do have some flowers on them. And here's where we want to put the garden next year maybe, because the sun comes up over there and it tracks across the sky until it hits these giant pine trees. These things are massive. And I think we get sun here from about 7 o'clock in the morning till about 1 o'clock. So that would be perfect. And back there's our compost piles that we've raked up all the leaves out through here and piled them up back there and mowed our lawn and used the grass clippings on our compost pile. But we'll be working that stuff, and maybe next year or the year after we'll have some good compost to go around our plants, because we can't find that stuff down here like we did back home. But this is what we've got going on. And with any luck, and the Lord's blessing, we'll have a good year this year. Thanks for watching.